Hello, Mark. Hey, Simon. Cindy. How is everyone? Well, Claire was here. She'll be back soon. How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, Pete. Glad you could make it. Just going to give it a couple of minutes for. There she is. I think. Oh, I hear birds.
Hi,
Hi.
I made it 1 minute late. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, but happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy week. But hi, glad to
Hello.
be here.
Good.
Hello.
Good to
How are
have you.
you?
I'm all right. Been a crazy week too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's for another
Well, it's good
conversation.
to be back.
Yeah. Missed you.
It's great to be back. Missed you too. Hey, John Wright, and oh, look who's in the chat, Simon.
I've
Hey,
seen it.
Simon.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Evans. Way, welcome back to Simon
Yeah. We got Cindy and Pete.
and
They're there.
John.
You already said hi to John. John, Mark, Cindy, Pete, Simon. I don't think I missed anybody.
Where's our third wheel?
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't
it's
know.
just you and me, girlfriend.
That's whatever. you know.
That's how it started. That's
That's
how it
right.
started.
How it should be. But
Mm-hmm.
if he comes, he comes. If not, we
That's
got
what she
this.
said. We got this. So,
So,
can you hear me okay?
oh yeah, you're coming in nice and clear.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I don't even
Awesome.
think
Awesome.
you're lagging this time. Don't
Well,
seem like it
give
anymore.
it a few minutes. It always happens. But hey, I
Yeah,
still got internet. Woohoo.
hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Simon, when I come, I come. He's so
yeah.
funny.
So, alrighty. So let's. I was gonna give it a couple more minutes, but why
Can
wait?
you give me
Go
Can
ahead.
you give me 1 second?
Sure.
It's like 30 degrees today. It's spring and it's like 88. So it's really, really warm. I just got to take off my hoodie. Give me 1 second.
Alright.
It's getting hot in here. So just take off your hoodie. One sec.
Alright. I forgot that their weather is turned around.
All right.
Pete, if you don't start spelling her name right, I'm going to ban you.
Yeah,
Just trying
come
to
on, Pete. You know me enough by now. Bankley. Yeah, I'm stripping on live stream. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'm I've degraded myself to stripping on live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, Chrissy, I really want to tell you something really funny.
Okay.
Just this isn't true crime, but just before we enter into our true crime sphere,
Mm-hmm.
um, Frank always says he wants to eat ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Frank tagline, right? So I have to tell you a millennial thing that came across my desk at work this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, I'm quite well acquainted with the local police force because they come in for what they need to do, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I had this constable sitting next to me, looking at my computer, reviewing footage, etc., etc. And he had his gun right next to me. I'm like, ooh. And I looked at him, I'm like, oh, you're a bit cute. Anyway, he was probably 25. He got what he needed to get from me and he left. And then I walked into the other office where the two girls were, and they're just like, I said, woo, and I'm fanning myself like, oh, he was a bit cute. Anyway, anyway, the girls in the office next to me are like, oh my God, is he coming back? He's so hot. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Anyway, and this young millennial 25-year-old says to me, oh, he's got some cake. And I said, what are you talking about? And she goes, cake. I said, oh, you mean junk in his trunk? Like he's got a nice ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, yeah, totally. I went, but you know what it means when you eat cake? You're eating ass. And she went bright red as a beetroot. It was so funny. And she's like, oh. I said, so I don't think you want to be saying that men have cake because you're saying you want to eat their ass. Chris, it was the funniest thing of all the drama in my week at work. It was so, so funny. It was so funny. And this sweet little police officer, he was so sweet and cute. And I said his surname to her. This is millennials for you. And she's like, oh, I don't like that surname. I'm like, what? And a name is just letters. It's not who the person is. But anyway, sorry. It's kind of true crime because it's involving the police. But I just thought it was so funny. And she's just like, oh, yeah, he's got cake. I'm like, oh, are you sure you want to really say that? Anyway, so funny. So everyone in chat, I've educated you. I think, sorry, just finishing.
Did you move or something?
No, I haven't moved. The wind has changed.
So you're cracking
but I haven't
a little
moved. Oh, okay. So everyone in chat now knows what cake is. No junk in the trunk anymore. It's all about cake.
Yep, all
Sorry,
about the cake.
I digress. It's all about the cake. And what are you going to do with cake, Chrissy? You're going to eat it.
I'm not going to
Silly
eat
girl. Silly girl.
I don't
so
eat cake.
Stupid. Oh my God. I'm just anyway, sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Okay. Hold on. I had to call.
Exactly, Simon. Okay.
All right, are we ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Tonight is all about Shawn Grate. He was from Ohio, in the United States, in the good state of Ohio tonight.
Oh, Chrissy, just quickly.
Yes.
Have you watched Devil in Ohio on Netflix?
No.
Okay. All right. Just the Ohio connection. So I'll let you go. Sorry, didn't mean to
Simon says you need to rejoin your audio as poo, not cake.
Is it that bad?
It's really crackly, really staticky.
All right.
That's why I asked if you moved. I thought maybe you pulled a wire or something.
No, I haven't moved. But I'll mute myself while you continue and I'll rejoin. But I'll just mute myself for now.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Shawn Grate. As a teenager, he grew up in Marion, Ohio. He was well-liked, particularly by girls. He was charming and always had a smile on his face, which did a good job of masking his inner rage, jealousy, and simmering violence, for a while at least. So when Shawn was 18, he was arrested for grabbing his then-girlfriend by the throat. A few years later, he was arrested for breaking into his 17-year-old girlfriend's home and choking her. Just 8 months after that, he broke in again, slipping underneath her couch and hiding until the time was right to pounce. This time, he had a butcher knife in his hand. Still, Shawn's charm and apparent friendliness were welcoming to women, and he went on to have 3 children with 3 different women. His ex-wife, Amber Nicole Bowman, however, recalls him saying, "If I can't see my daughter, no one will." So he had a choking fetish, it looked like, too. Um, I had a picture of Amber to show you, but I don't know what had happened to it. So we're going to move on. Let me see if I put it at the bottom. Uh, Claire, are you still there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're still crackly.
All right.
Oh, wow. Now you roboted. All right. There's Amber. I found it. That's his ex-wife, Amber Nicole Bowman. And moving on. Check the chat real quick. No. Okay. Oh, the pictures got all messed up in here. Somebody messing with my pictures. All right. By his mid-late 20s, Shawn's behavior became more erratic. He would sink into depressive states, unable to get up off the couch at some points, according to his ex-girlfriend. Eventually, he moved on and began dating Christina Hildreth. The pair were happy and content in the beginning, but Shawn couldn't hide his true colors for long. Not only did he become violent, controlling, and jealous, but he would also show signs of being cold and indifferent towards his confused girlfriend. Once, Shawn beat his partner in the face multiple times and grabbed her tightly by the throat. Notable, since strangulation was Shawn's preferred method of murder. Grate was arrested for the attack and jailed for 180 days. It wasn't just romantic relationships he struggled with. When Shawn asked his friend for a loan, which was declined, he sent his former pal a chilling text saying, "Meet the other me." After this, Shawn floated around the city of Mansfield, hopping from woman to woman, taking advantage of their kind natures and offerings of goodwill. Instead of holding down a job, Shawn saw women as opportunities. Around this time, he met his first 2 victims, Rebecca Lacey and Candace Cunningham. Rebecca was a sex worker, and her body was found in March of 2015. Her death was ruled an overdose, but her untimely death was far from accidental. Candace Cunningham lived with Shawn in Mansfield before her disappearance in 2015. At the time, the police came up with nothing. There was one person who knew exactly where Cunningham was: Shawn. He would eventually lead police to her body, lying behind a burned-down house in Richland County on the day of his arrest. Shawn's violence and depravity were to be turned up a notch with his next victim. Her name has not been identified by police, who only refer to her as Jane Doe. Doe knew Shawn as she played badminton with him around her apartment complex. That's the apartment complex where Shawn lived. But once Shawn had gained her trust, he switched to the violent monster he'd exposed dozens of other women to. He trapped her in his apartment and forced her to endure days of torture and rape. With her hands bound and tied to the bed, the woman said she was sexually assaulted in every way imaginable. The first night of Doe's captivity, Grate barely slept, giving her no chance of escape. After another day of incessant torture and assaults, Grate eventually passed out. His phone was right next to him, going off, but the kidnapper seemed to be in too deep of a sleep to acknowledge the phone ringing beside him. Jane Doe saw this as her opportunity to escape. On September 13th, 2016, she reached over her sleeping captor as stealthy as she could and picked up the phone and dialed 911, still partially bound. She spoke as quietly as she could to avoid waking Shawn up. "I've been abducted," she whispered. The operator asked if she could escape, to which she replied that she shouldn't because she feared waking her attacker up. Suddenly, the quiet woman said, "Oh shit," and the line went quiet for a few minutes. The operator could only guess what might have been happening to the woman stuck in the bedroom with her violent rapist. After what seemed like an eternity, the woman picked the phone back up. She bumped Shawn's taser, waking him up. Luckily, he sat up in bed and stared at the floor before laying back down, not realizing that his victim had the police on the line and had directed them to the house where she was being held hostage. Okay, now I have the 911 call. So we're going to play that, but it's 20 minutes long. So if you guys get bored of it or whatever, just holler out and chat and we'll stop it. So we're going to add that to the stream. Going to do that. Going to make it bigger. And y'all let me know that you can hear it too. And I can
Awesome.
turn it up
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Yep. You have anything to add before we start this? Claire? Uh-oh. Guess I can hear her, but she can't hear me. Play or... All right, we're going to start it.
What is the address to your emergency?
By the 4th Street Laundromat.
What is it?
4th Street Laundromat.
What's the problem?
I've been abducted.
What's your name? How do you spell your last name?
That just I was trying to tell you guys and I was muted. Just so that you know, they blurted out her name and stuff, so that's why the beep.
Who abducted you?
Shawn Grate.
You said John Green?
Shawn Grate.
Where's he at now?
Asleep.
Where's he sleeping at?
In the bedroom.
In what bedroom?
There's 2 houses right by the laundry street. And it's in one of those houses.
But you're at the laundromat?
No, I'm in the bedroom with them.
What color's the house? Is it across? If I'm looking at the laundromat, which way is it?
If you're looking in the laundromat, it's one on the left of the 2.
You don't know what color the house is?
Yellow. Please hurry.
Does he have a car?
No. Well, Lisa down the street.
So what's your phone number you're calling me from?
I don't know.
And you think it's a yellow house?
I think so, but it's on the left.
Is it an apartment?
No, it's a house.
Okay, does he own the house?
No, he broke into it.
Does anybody actually live there?
I think they've been abandoned.
And His name is Shawn Grate.
Yes.
Like Grate.
Yes.
Does he have a weapon?
He's got a taser.
Where do you live? What does he look like? Is he a white male or a black male?
White.
Is he like 6 foot or is he shorter than that?
He's like 6'1", 6'2".
Do you know how much he weighs?
Probably 175.
Are you injured?
A little.
What color is his hair?
Brown.
Do you know what color his eyes are? What's he wearing?
Nothing right now.
Okay, stay on the phone with me.
She is asking her an awful lot of questions for somebody who just told her that she's sitting next to her abductor. I don't know that she should be talking. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Is he still sleeping? Where did he take you from?
My apartment. I mean, I was walking with him.
You were walking with him? Where were you walking to?
His place. I had known him for like a month and a half.
Is there any way you can get out of the building?
I don't know without waking him, and I'm scared.
Is there a bathroom in the house?
Well, his bedroom is closed, and he made it so it would make noise.
And if you told him you had to go to the bathroom, he would do something to you?
Yeah, because he had me tied up.
Are you tied up now?
Well, yeah, but I kind of freed myself.
Is he in the same room with you?
Yes.
Is it his phone you have?
Yes. Are they on the way?
No, we have officers we're sending.
Please
Come on.
send them up.
Okay, if you're worried you don't have to talk, you can just set the phone down, okay? I just need to hear if the officers find you or not. Are you upstairs or are you downstairs?
We're downstairs. There's a door. There's a side door on the right of the left house, and that's where we enter. Immediately there's a kitchen right there, and then the bedroom is right off from the kitchen.
Okay. Do you need an ambulance? Are you bleeding from anywhere?
Not anymore.
Where were you bleeding from? You don't have to talk if you don't need to, okay? Do you know where you live?
Oh shit. Oh shit. I woke him up.
Just set the phone down.
Hey, Cherokee girl, welcome.
Are you still there?
There's quite a bit of silence in this recording, thankfully. So
Are you still there? You what? Do you hear any officers outside? Okay, they're in the area.
See if they can come in the side door slow, like, softly.
Is there a padlock on the bedroom door, or is it just a regular lock?
No, I don't even know if it's locked. It have a knob, so
Can you get up and see if you can get out?
I'm afraid of waking him. If I knew the cops were right there, I would do it. I don't even know if it opens, how it opens.
Is there a window around there you can look out?
Yeah, but the floor squeaks and it's right by his head.
Are you laying down?
No, I'm standing right by the bedroom door.
And you can't open it?
But
Can you open it?
I'm afraid without making noise.
Is the door to the house open?
I don't know, probably. I don't think he has a key, I'm not sure. Because I think he broke in here.
Can you see out any window that you're at?
They're all curtains shut.
What's that? What's that noise?
I don't hear anything.
If you think you can get out, you need to get out.
Not unless they were right here. He would hear me, catch me, and he's strong.
It's on the first floor. Are you at the house closest to the laundromat or the other one? Are you the one closest to the laundromat or the other one?
We were standing in the laundromat looking at the two houses. It would be on the left.
Here, look out of the laundromat. So if you're looking at the laundromat, be the one on the right. At the laundromat. She said if you're looking at the laundromat, be the one on the left.
Side door. Side door.
And the side door. The side door to the right.
Okay, I can hear him.
You hear him? Okay, do you think you can get out? Are you out of the bedroom?
It doesn't have a door. You need to push.
The door doesn't have a doorknob? Can you see them?
You have to push a little.
He said push the door. Are they on the other side of the door?
Yeah, I think so.
She said have you guys push the door. There's no doorknob there.
Just push it slowly. to go.
Can you get out of the bedroom?
And the door is doesn't have a knob.
Can you hear anybody right now?
Heard the side door open.
She heard the side door open.
Where'd they go? Out of the bedroom.
They're out. Okay, can you get to the door where you can see out? Huh? Can you get out of the house? It's locked. Are you at the door?
Yeah, I am.
She's at the door. You're on the door to the right hand side of the house.
Yeah.
She's at the door on the right side of the house. She got out of the bedroom. Is there a window there?
Yeah, I'm looking out of it. Tell them to come back.
She said
Hurry, hurry.
she said to hurry up and come back. Can you?
Yeah, they can see me if they
It's
come
locked.
to it.
The door is locked. No, the bedroom door had no door here. This one, it's locked. You can't get out. Can you unlock the door at all?
Come on out. Hurry up. Get out of here. Where is he?
Bedroom sleeping.
Still sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, they have her.
He's unarmed.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
All right. You need to go. Hang on. Where are you? Oh, okay. Go on in. Here's the blanket. Well, if you can't be in there, here, cover yourself up. Tell me what happened. What happened?
All right. Did anyone else get chill bumps? I did. I got the chicken, as Casper Sight would say. Claire, oh, there you are.
I got the chicken.
Got the chicken.
I got the chicken.
I sure did. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Listen
So-
to her just whispering.
Yeah, she was and panicking. Tell him to hurry. Tell him to hurry. That was some crazy stuff there. Let me real quickly thank you, Cherokee Girl, very much. I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. I think she's already gone. And welcome, Nini. So all right. When the police arrived at the property, they were met with more bodies than they'd expected. Shawn had mercilessly, mercilessly, I can't say that word.
Mercilessly, without mercy.
Mercilessly. There you go.
There you go.
Killing women who dared to trust him, and some of them were decomposing in the house he was squatting in. So,
What a piece of work.
there's the house after the crime scene had already taped it up. I have tons of crime scene photos, and we'll just We'll go through them, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the photos themselves. I mean, if you see something you want to comment on, just, speak up and we'll stop it on that one. But the house is disgusting. It was an abandoned house that he had broken into. And there was stains everywhere. That's how he tied the girls up right there with clothing. That's what Jane Doe was tied with. He had a video camera
What
where
a dickhead.
he was videotaping a lot of the things he did.
Yeah.
That's a bathroom where I guess the cell phone's laying. Vaseline, Band-Aids. Just another one of the cell phones. There's the bed. See all the ties that are tied up here?
Mm-hmm.
And the place is just disgusting. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. I guess some of the people who lived there before left it that way. When he broke in, he just kind of took it over. At least he had some food in there.
Yeah.
Looked like clean dishes.
Yeah, but look at it. It's a little bit, I don't know. Look at that kitchen. Ugh.
Yeah, it
I
was
suppose
disgusting.
I can't talk. Yeah, because my kitchen's a bit different.
Yeah, your kitchen's beautiful. All right, and he had a whole
Just
bunch of
like
pills. Whole bunch of pills. None of them are his. None of those pill bottles. I tried to enhance them. None of them have his name on it. So.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Now, Shawn was subsequently arrested and taken in for questioning. The bodies of Stacy Stanley and Elizabeth Griffith were found in the home. Both women had been strangled to death. Surprise, surprise. The twisted web of manipulation and murder that Shawn had spent most of his adult life weaving was abruptly unraveling. I cannot talk tonight.
Unraveling.
Unraveled. Stacy Stanley was found in the basement of the home under piles of garbage, and decomposition had already begun. She was fully clothed. Stanley had a flat tire on September the 8th, 2016 when she met Shawn, who offered to help change the tire at a downtown BP gas station. The conversation they had was, do you want to hang out sometime? And she's like, yeah, sure, and they walked down to the abandoned house, and, all of them went there by their own volition. None of them were like drugged.
Well, they trusted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He befriended them and then took them to, their death. So, her family reported her missing on September the 9th. Go ahead. Was you going to say something?
Oh, no, I'm just listening. I just made it into your chat.
Oh, okay. You just made it to the chat. All right.
Look, I found my way here. I'm here. Go.
Yeah, through that whole 911 call, we were getting her back into the StreamYard. So sorry if I missed comments, but I was behind the scenes busy.
My bad. Thank you.
You're welcome. Elizabeth Griffith was found naked and hog-tied, with her ankles tied to her neck and her arms tied behind her back, under a pile of clothes in the second-floor bedroom closet, where decomposition was also setting in. Shawn also duct-taped the bedroom closet door shut. I also have that. Where's it at? Right here.
Can I just make a comment on this?
Yeah.
What type of person ties your ankles to your neck?
Mm-hmm. That's what hog tying is.
What a sick MF.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was like behind you, like a hog, so you got your ankles and your arms behind you. I thought, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess he just used the neck instead.
Just
But
my
yeah, he's sick.
yeah.
But he duct taped the door all around
Uh-huh.
the edges and put clothing there, I guess because of the smell. The only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
So,
True.
um, Griffith knew Shawn because she lived in the same apartment building as the one, third woman who police rescued and frequented the Kroc Center, which is a community service center. Shawn also went there. Griffith called a phone belonging to Shawn at 11 p.m. on August the 16th, the day she disappeared. So that's how they knew he had something to do with her. He identified the victims in the house by their first names as Stacy and Elizabeth to investigators on the scene. Stacy also had her purse with her. Griffith was identified by dental records for confirmation due to the state of her body, in addition to Shawn naming her to law enforcement. After his arrest, let me go back to my picture here. Here it is. After his arrest, Shawn was initially hesitant to give information to the police, often clamming up and being incoherent in his answers. However, under persistent questioning, he confessed his litany of crimes. Shawn led police to Cunningham's body in the burned-down house in Richland County. He told police he strangled Rebecca Lacey to death after she stole $4 from him at the bar.
Oh.
That was one of the first ones, this one. That was Rebecca. And his reasoning for that one is she stole from him. $4.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn
Oh
also
yeah.
yeah,
That's
Shawn
worth
go ahead.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's worth killing for $4.
$4. Dickhead.
Mark, it's
Okay.
doubtful. It was an abandoned house across from a laundromat from what Jane Doe described. So I don't think, looking at this house, and it was upstairs, that the neighbors would smell anything. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, Shawn also claimed to have killed another woman who was found dead in Marion County in 2007. He told police he thought her name was Dana. The victim was identified in June 2019 via DNA as Dana Nicole Lowry. She was 23 and had two young daughters under the age of 5 at the time of her death. Now, that one he supposedly killed because of a magazine subscription she was trying to sell his mother, and his mother didn't get the magazines or something. So that's why he killed her.
This guy's got very low expectations, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You didn't make my sandwiches, bitch. I'm gonna kill you. Like what the hell?
Yep. Prior to sentencing, Shawn expressed his fear of facing the death penalty. He said, "I really would like to stay alive through all of this," he told police. Chillingly, he also said, "I would have loved to have been able to do a lot, but I know I wouldn't have been able to get away with it." So he wasn't done. He had other ideas, other plans. He was not done. Thankfully, Jane Doe was brave enough to get that phone or she'd be dead too.
Yeah.
So Shawn, 41, was found guilty of 4 counts of aggravated murder, 3 counts of kidnapping, and a count of aggravated robbery in the deaths of Stacy Stanley, 43, and Elizabeth Griffith, 29. During the eighth day of testimony, Shawn suddenly pled guilty to 15 other counts, including the rape and kidnapping of the Jane Doe and the rape of Stanley, which Shawn recorded on a cell phone. On June 1st, 2018, Shawn was sentenced to death. As of
Oh,
today,
this answers Pete's question.
yep.
It's
As
like
of
earlier on in the
today,
chat going, yeah.
yeah. As of today, he's still on death row in Richland County Prison. So what a guy.
Which state is that, Chrissy?
Ohio.
What state is Rich? Oh, back to Ohio. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was just reading the chat. So there you have Mr. Shawn Grate. Lovely fella.
How old is he now on death row? Is he in his 50s?
41. Well, he was 41 in
Okay.
2018.
Yeah.
Let me look. Yep. In 2018, he was 41. So 45. Yeah. They even had like clips of him demonstrating on a detective the chokehold on how he strangled them and stuff. That detective was brave because it wouldn't have taken nothing for him to snap that guy's neck. And they allowed him to do that in the interrogation room. I was like, what? I never heard such a thing, idiots.
Right?
Couldn't believe it.
I mean, I know you can kind of get into the mind of a killer, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he laughed the whole time, too. He thought it was funny. Shawn did. When he was doing the demonstrating the chokehold on him. So, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Yep, sure is. And he'll go there soon enough. Now, with the way things are going nowadays, a lot of the states with death penalties are suddenly doing away with them for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that won't happen there and he'll actually get put to death, but more than likely he'll end up on death row until he's dead. You know what I'm saying? Not by injection, but death by natural causes.
Natural causes, yeah.
So
what the poor families of those girls though, like over a magazine subscription and like $4, like
yeah, and
we've covered a yeah.
I was just gonna say Stacy, she was a grandmother. When her tire first went flat, she called her son. And I guess her son called his friend to go help her. And by the time his friend got to the BP station where she was, Shawn was already helping her. So she was like, oh, this nice gentleman decided to help me. I'm okay. So the friend left. The friend was the last one to see her alive besides Shawn. So this friend was like, okay, see you later then. And he booked. And then
can you imagine being
you're roboting.
that friend?
Say that again. You roboted. I didn't hear your question.
Holy shit. Can you imagine being that? Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, can you imagine being...
No, I couldn't imagine being that friend. He probably feels guilty as hell. Although he had no way of knowing, but, you know, he probably feels really bad. And then Rebecca, the sex worker, her death was ruled an overdose because she was a drug addict. They ended up having to, I don't know if they exhumed her body or if they just went off of what Shawn told them. But, yeah. Nobody even knew she was killed. They all thought she just died from drugs. And Candace is the one who lived with him. She thought they were happy and going to be married. And well,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay. Pete said I left. I went back to the future. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, I was trying to say before, can you imagine being that friend that went there to render some assistance and then
Yeah.
you realize what happened after the fact? Oh my
Mhm.
God. I would die inside. Man.
Yeah, and after he killed Candace, he took her here and dumped her body, but then he started panicking, thinking somebody was going to find her. So he burned the house down and burned her body inside of it.
Oh, I want to say 3 words that are very swearing, so I'm not going to say it because Pete's here and he doesn't like swearing. I say kunta kinte, kunta kinte. That's what I say.
This woman here, she looks disabled. So I don't know.
Is that a woman? Okay.
Yeah,
Jokes. No, seriously.
Oh, yeah, Elizabeth Griffith. She didn't even drive.
shouldn't
She had
say
no
it.
car, didn't drive.
What a piece of shit to target disabled people, though. Do you know what I mean? Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my. I was about to say, oh my God. I just don't know what to say. Monsters do walk amongst us, Mark. You're not wrong. You
Yeah,
just
you
never know
know.
who's out there.
You
Oh,
never know. Don't walk
snap.
alone.
Just never know.
Yeah, don't go on walks alone. Don't do anything alone nowadays, and definitely don't trust any strangers. That's for sure.
Yeah, there used to be a time when you could walk past someone and if you thought they needed help, you'd help them.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Eric and I just had this conversation because I remember growing up, I would like come home from school, throw my book bag and everything down in my room, grab a little snack and take off. And I'd be on my bike and gone until the streetlights came on. You know?
Exactly. Ditto.
No care in
Yeah.
the world. Mom never cared, didn't have a worry. They all knew that when the streetlights came on, I was coming home.
Yeah.
Never had to worry about that stuff. Not now.
And you stop to help a stranger and this shit happens.
Right, and now you don't let your kids out of your sight because you're afraid they're going to get grabbed and stuff. Sad world.
Nothing to do with this, but I remember being a young girl waiting for the bus to go to school at like 7:30 in the morning, going to Catholic school, and this dude rocks up at the bus stop on a street. He's like, "Can you tell me where such and such a street is?" I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I look inside the car and he's holding his dick in his hand, wanking off, and I would have been about 13. I'm like,
wow.
Holy shit, man. I don't think I was 13. I don't think I'd seen a willy before. And, my breath. I just went, what do you say, Claire? Do you step away? What do you do? What do you do? Okay, yeah, it's down there. Go 8 blocks that way because just get the fuck out of my face. Like, crazy. And I was 13. I'm not 13 anymore. Just, you know. Your nature is to help people, but the more you help, the more you die, apparently.
Yeah. Shit, at 13, I would have been like, you sick fool, you pervert. I was a mouthy 13-year-old. I was actually on probation at 13 years old.
Oh, that's because you're badass.
I was. I was a bully at 13 and 14. And, yeah.
I was still like, hi. I didn't even know who boys were or what they had or their junk in their trunks. I knew nothing. I was just like, oh my God. I think the only willy that I had seen at 13 was my dad when he used to go skinny dipping in the pool. And I'd wake up in the middle of the night and he'd be walking down the house naked and all I saw was his butt, actually, not his willy. And I'm like, what are you doing, Dad? He goes, I needed a dip. It was so hot. I just did a skinny dip in the pool. I didn't even think I saw his willy. That's the only naked man. That's the only naked man I'd ever seen, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to be careful nowadays, though.
See, Mimi's the same. Same thing happened to her and walking home from a store. Yeah. Willy. Yeah, well, you got to say willy. You can't say dick.
Mhm.
It's a willy.
Keep it clean. This is a family-friendly channel. Not really.
Right? Talking about exposed penises. We're so
Yeah.
family friendly.
Yeah, we just talk about murder and rape and nothing wrong with that.
Death. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Right. So, any other things to add, or anybody in the chat have any other
See,
questions?
Mimi says she saw a Vienna sausage.
Massage.
A sausage. She saw a Wiener schnitzel. No, jokes.
A Venus
Anyways,
nipple.
a
Yeah.
sausage.
So, tallywhacker. Yeah, that's what I used to call it when my kids were little. Tallywhackers.
Oh, yeah, because we always
Yeah.
say Willie. We say Willie.
I don't think I've ever called her a Willie. A Woody.
And so when Big Willie came out, that movie, oh my God, for Australian, that was so funny. You know that Orca movie, Free Willy? Oh,
Yeah.
Free Willy, that was it. Oh my gosh, it had a whole other meaning in Australia. Free Willy. Oh yeah.
Mm. Yeah. All right.
So has it stopped raining quickly? Just sorry, I don't want to stop.
No,
you want
it
to
was
keep true criming?
No, we're done with the true crime. No, it was actually pouring down rain all day today. So, but yeah.
Well, today it's supposed to be like 86 Fahrenheit, which is 30 Celsius for spring.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going into spring. We're going into well, we don't really have winters, but it's getting chillier, like maybe 63 at night, which is, to me, it's cold, but it's a different type of cold. It's not like dirty cold.
Mark says Willie was the accepted term here in Wales. So maybe it's my colonial roots to the motherland of England, the Commonwealth, where we say Willie.
Thanks, Mimi. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Nice to see you, Mimi.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that it was a good case.
Yeah, man. And he's on death row, so that's probably safest place to be.
Yeah, because he's not around any of the other prisoners. If he was, they'd probably take care of him already.
Oh, sorry, I've officially offended Mark. No, you're right. Wales is not England. Sorry. I get my British Empire confused sometimes. I'm a country of the realm. I'm in the realm, the British realm. Hey, I wanted to tell you something. I don't know if I ever told you about this case in Australia. There was this guy, and tell me to stop if you can't hear me or anything. He got murdered on a boat in Tasmania in 2009. And they actually prosecuted and sent to jail his de facto wife of 15 years. However, when the police did all the forensics on this boat, they found this vomit from a 15-year-old girl. And this 15-year-old girl, who's now grown up, says, I was on a boat. The de facto never killed him. Anyway, the de facto has spent 13 years in jail and she's getting out on parole finally. And she's protested her innocence. And I'm only giving you very basics on this case, but it's Australian based. And it's so crazy. It is the most fucked up judicial police investigation that ever happened.
Wow.
And yeah, anyway, she's finally getting out on parole after serving 13 years as a protesting her innocence, but unfortunately the court system judged her guilty, so she had a 23-year non-parole. They reduced that to 13, and she just hit the 13 years, so she's getting on parole in a couple of weeks. And man, it's crazy.
Wow.
Pete, in Australia, do they offer civil judgments? Yeah.
Pete, you can be GB for a little while, but you won't stay GB unless you continue to be GB. Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and answer your question.
Do they offer civil judgments for somebody who's wrongly incarcerated? You have to go to the High Court in Australia. You have to do appeal upon appeal to try to clear your own name. And this woman and her daughter and everyone's tried to, they've appealed to the High Court of Australia, the highest place they can appeal. They never got a successful appeal. So she served her time. She's done her 13 years, and now she's out on parole. She's in a wheelchair.
No, what he means is, like people over in the United States, if they're wrongfully accused and spend time in prison, and then they find out that, hey, they actually didn't do this crime and they're released, they get a judgment like millions of dollars from the city and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You do get that here. Okay. But in this case, and hold on, I can look up the name of the woman. I'll send it to you later, but the police fucked up the case so badly. Sorry, there's some swearing for Pete. They fucked up the case so badly that they had to cover their own tracks. And so there was this whole documentary series about it, and people were going in, independent investigators and high-powered police going, this is wrong, what the police did was wrong, and they could find holes in it. And then they were in a hotel in Tasmania researching this case, and then the police raided them and bugged their apartment, because in that case, the police fucked up so bad, they had to cover their tracks non-stop. Non-stop. Yeah, it's terrible. I'll send it to you later, but she got parole.
You wouldn't have it any other way, Pete. You'd feel like we didn't like you if we didn't take on you. Yeah, so that's it. We're going to end this one because we're over an hour now. I don't like going more than an hour on.
Yeah, I've got to save my internet. My dad's coming in 2 weeks. Woo-hoo.
Yep, that's right. Yep. Thank goodness. Yeah, I got to save it for him.
Okay. Yeah, there'll be nothing by 2 weeks, I promise you. But that's okay. We'll just play Uno and Scrabble and have some fun.
That's right. All right. Well, I'm sure you and I will talk because you don't need the internet for our talking.
No, but this has been a good case. And maybe I'll send you the link on this Australian one, because if you look at some of the documentaries about it, there's so many holes. And their biggest witness on the case was a drugged out 15-year-old girl who changed her story 15,000 times. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Okay.
You happy, Pappy, Pete?
Thanks, Mark and Pete and everyone else who came.
Thank you, Mark.
We'll look forward to the next one. I'm not sure when that'll be, because it sounds like Claire won't be here next week.
Well, you just don't know. I'm refining everything. So, yeah.
All right. Well, then maybe we'll see you next week.
You know what I was... Okay.
Okay.
I'll see where I'm at.
Do you want to stay on StreamYards, or do you want to go to Messenger or something like that?
Yeah, we'll chat after the live. Hey, by the way,
Well, yeah.
Do you know what was quite funny the other day? Frank did a live stream and then he left it by accident and he had Chrissy's Corner on his banner.
Yeah, he did that. I saw it. Yeah, he also had my avatar up there.
Oh,
Simple.
did he? Oh, God
Yeah.
bless him. And where the
Right.
hell is he right now?
I don't know, right?
I think he's off eating Emily's. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. We're going to end it now. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And let me see. Yep, here we
And
go.
we'll have an awesome case next week. Thanks everyone for joining. Sorry
Yeah.
I was roboting.
It's okay. All right, here we go.